All right, we're going to cover Drop Site's Ryan Grimm destroying Matt Walsh, apparently. Okay, I want to see him humiliate this.
Nobody thinks that it will benefit America to become more like Haiti. Nobody thinks that. Or I would challenge anyone.
Yeah, who is going to, like, absolutely eviscerate America in the way that America has gutted Haiti? Like, what do you mean? The problem here is, for this head, he thinks Haiti is the way it is because black people run it. He does not care about anything other than that. That's the reason why he's saying that. What a stupid argument. Oh, well, no one would think that it would benefit America if it turned into Haiti. It's like, yeah, except we would need a force so powerful that it must be extraterrestrial, because China could not do that to the United States of America as it stands currently. It would literally need to be aliens. That's the power differential between the United States of America and Haiti. So we would need like aliens to America up in the way that we Haiti up. It has nothing to do with the fact that like black people run the show there, unless you're a racist little animal.
In what way could this country be improved by making it more like Haiti? When you look at Haiti, what part of Haiti are you saying to yourself, we need more of that?
Beaches.
Well, we have more beaches than them too, right? Don't we?
Right.
We're a much bigger country.
We don't want a marine invasion and occupation of the United States that constantly decapitates governments and takes the money out of the country and saddles us with
We don't want the Clintons
debt
either.
from a revolution. Yeah.
Right. Although I don't. So you're saying that
we wouldn't want to be.
He's like, well, what do you mean? I thought we were on the same page. I thought you were also going to say that it's black people that is primary responsible party for Haiti being in the conditions that they're in. I don't understand.
Like basically.
He's making fun of you, Matt, because you're an idiot, okay? Because he's smarter than you. That's what's going on here. He's offering materialist analysis as to why Haiti is in the situation that it's in.
A colony that the entire West spends 200 years punishing after the Haitian Revolution.
I get that. I understand that.
Oh, I get that. Oh, yeah. Do you? Do you get that? Like, how would that work? An alien force comes onto the planet, destroys and makes every American citizen a slave, does horrifying things to them, and then Americans revolt against it, and then the alien colony is so goddamn powerful that they literally go, okay, you know what, you killed a bunch of our people, but like you still have to pay us reparations for actually fighting against the mass slavery that we put upon you. Aliens also simultaneously are like, we got to make sure that these guys, no one else in all of our other planets that we've colonized, you know, learn the lessons that of the Haitian Revolution, or the American Revolution in this instance. So we have to make sure, again, to keep them docile and you know, destroy their country every couple of years. Other humans don't actually look at that and go, "Ooh, that's successful. We should do that here ourselves."
But also at a certain
We wouldn't want that. No, yes.
We wouldn't want that. But I would also say that that's not entirely why Haiti's in the position that it's in. I mean, at a certain point, as a country, you have.
This is the classic American racist position. It's like, well, slavery was abolished, so why are black people still poor? Haitian Revolution happened, and all the things that you just described post-Haitian Revolution, well, you know, that's inconsequential.
To stand on your own 2 feet and take care of yourself. And
but at what point is that? They elect Aristide and we overthrow Aristide. Then they elect Jovenel Moïse. Jovenel Moïse is assassinated a bunch of people with American connections, and then we install in 2021, like the United States installed the prime minister that we just ousted. Like, so we could say, okay, yeah, you got to get over the 200 years ago, but like we're still doing it.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm not in favor of. I'm very non-interventionist in my policies, so I'm not in favor of most of.
I don't believe that.
The things that we're doing in other countries.
We just made the new government in Haiti, in a hotel room in Jamaica, and then we insisted that whatever government we made in Jamaica had to allow Kenyan troops to come in under the flag of the UN in order to go to war with the gangs.
Yeah, I'm not interested in.
Right.
If it were up to me, I'm not interested in doing anything in Haiti. Like let Haiti be Haiti and take care of that. That's sort of my whole point here.
Because you're using what we have done in terms of destabilizing Haiti while avoiding that as a way to say, like, well, black people don't know how to run. Like, that's the point that you made, a point that requires everyone listening to not know anything about Haiti, which is fine because most people don't know anything about Haiti. That's the whole point. That's the reason why people get away with saying like insanely racist on a regular basis.
Let them take care of themselves and their own problems. I'm also not saying that there's like never a scenario where we would let someone from Haiti into the country. But it doesn't have to just be about Haiti. But when you're throwing open the gates and just inviting anyone, in particular, third world.
I guess your assumption there was that
the United States is largely responsible for a lot of issues in Haiti, though. But of course, a conservative would never recognize that. You're wrong. Conservatives have recognized that and will continue to recognize that. That's the other part of the problem. You want to know why conservatives do recognize that as a simple talking point without ever thinking about it beyond that? Because the Clintons played a prominent role in up Haiti. Here is Donald Trump during the third presidential debate in 2016 telling Hillary this.
And you take a look at the people of Haiti. I was at a little Haiti the other day in Florida, and I want to tell you, they hate the Clintons because what's happened in Haiti with the Clinton Foundation is a disgrace. And you know it, and they know it, and everybody knows it.
As a simple talking point, they know how to deploy that real easy, okay? They hate the Clintons, so they're like, yeah, Clinton's from Haiti.
Haitian people that are creating the conditions on Haiti, and that if the Haitian people come to Springfield, they will recreate the conditions
Well, but I don't
that
think
are
you
Haiti
can-
in Springfield, whereas what I'm saying is that it's actually the U.S. that has largely...
Did you see this? JD Vance lied again. Oh, yeah, I did see this earlier today. Why we need professional journalists. JD Vance rep tells Wall Street Journal about Anna Kilgore, a Springfield, Ohio woman whose cat went missing in August. From Wall Street Journal, Pittsburgh-based Wall Street Journal reporter drives to her house. She found the cat in her basement and apologized to her Haitian neighbors. A Vance spokesperson on Tuesday provided the Wall Street Journal with a police report in which the resident had claimed her pet might have been taken by Haitian neighbors. But when a reporter went to the house, she said her cat, Miss Sassy, which went missing in late August, had actually returned a few days later, found safe in her own basement. Kilgore, wearing a Trump shirt and hat, said she apologized to her Haitian neighbors with the help of her daughter and a mobile phone translation app. I don't even give a this lady is. She needs to go and work on the land, okay? She needs to toil the land for at least a year. Do you understand? This is my solution. Send her to the camp. Send her to work the goddamn fields, re-educate her, teach her poetry, teach her the arts in the process. This is after a week of coverage by mainstream media. They're more complicit in this than this women. They ran with a lie and let the liar repeat it over and over again. For sure. I agree. And you know I agree. I've been yelling about this nonstop. But also think about sending her to the camp. Re-education is a necessity at this point. You know what I mean? Think about how sick that would be. Maybe just the first education. Yeah, that's what I mean. Re-education is education, okay? Everybody gets weirded out when I say those words, but honestly, like I just mean rehabilitation, okay? I'm using spicy language surrounding it, but like these people need education. Like they actually do. They need rehabilitation. They need education. They need to be normal, productive members of society again. They are completely checked out.
Or when would he like to start work?
¿Cuándo puedes empezar trabajando?
So we can say like,
He says today.
We're averaging 18 to 25 people a day.
And that's people looking for new jobs?
Yes, people that are actively looking for employment.
We left Haiti because of the chaos.
Vilson Dorsonville was a doctor in Haiti. He says he fled because he was going to be kidnapped. He's been in Springfield now a little over 3 years.
That's the other part of this. Is like, listen, dude, for those of us who are at least like first generation, fresh off the boat, that are fortunate enough to be able to live on U.S. soil, like our mother parents are straight up insanely educated, insanely overqualified when they come here. But because of, in this circumstance, like the color of their skin or where they're from, you got a toothless, inbred, racist, white supremacist piece of living in the town that you now have to work in, where you are incredibly overqualified for the job that you're working on, making significantly less than you deserve. That right there is stealing my cats. What are we talking about, dude? What the are you saying? Like, that is so goddamn frustrating, dude. That's white supremacy. That's why it's like super funny to say this about Haitians who are like speaking 4 languages. You speak 4 goddamn languages. You got one lady who can't even speak the English language that she learned since birth, being like, they're lesser than me. I know it. Dude's like a engineer and now has to do Uber Eats delivery here. And you're like, yeah, my god dang, Uber Eats delivery driver stole my cat. I know it because television man told me. Who the are you?
I'm trying to deal with it, but it's still very hard.
How old is she?
She's 3.5 right now.
Yeah. So she would have been just born right as you were leaving.
Not even yet born. Not even yet.
So you haven't met your daughter yet?
I haven't. We just talked through video call. I didn't want to leave, to tell you the truth. So I had no choice.
It was either your life or getting to see the birth of your daughter.
Yes.
His doctor credentials also didn't carry over. So for now, he's studying to be a registered nurse. Recently, though, his schooling has been virtual because of initially believed threats of violence. Also, elementary schools and government buildings were evacuated in recent days.
We're such a goddamn cruel ass nation, dude. We're such an awful country. Like, it's so up. It's just so insane, dude. Oh my God. The absolute idiocy of the Republican Party in full display. Republican Governor Mike DeWine comes out and says, we've had like 10 bomb threats in the past 2 days. Luckily, they've all been hoaxes, as in they're not real. Like they're lying about there being a bomb, as in there was no real bomb there. Like they're bomb threats. And these idiots, either because they genuinely don't understand the English language or are purely monstrous pieces of sometimes both, said, oh, see, he admitted that they're hoaxes, as in they're not, like there were no bomb threats being issued.
As a precaution, though, the governor announced nearly 40 state patrol troopers will be stationed throughout the school district to sweep each building for threats and stay on site for security.
Definitely normal, cool, and good that like every time something is in crosshairs of the Republican Party, like the broader, extremely online Republican movement, that like instantly swatting, like this is just the norm. It is a very weird thing that like doesn't really get discussed all that much, but that is straight up what is the normal process now. I guess the one good thing is that Americans are too fat and lazy to like actually do something, and instead they just try to use the police force as their mercenaries. But it's crazy that like that is just a normal aspect of politics now.
The city now estimates 12 to 15,000 immigrants, many if not most of them Haitians, call Springfield home.
We are hard worker and we are paying a lot of taxes.
Yeah. All to try and make Springfield better.
33% increase in taxable revenue since last year due to all these migrants working. Do these people calling in fake bomb threats get in trouble? I never see a mention in mainstream media. Not enough. I think they just often use like different methods readily available at their disposal, like Google phone numbers and like that. Like there are untraceable means of doing such things. And even if it's not a direct call, it's just like people make sock accounts, like fake emails that make it hard to trace.
The influx has boosted the local economy, city officials say. It's also strained resources.
People are getting really fed up.
It's been a major topic of conversation.
We feel like people are acting based on fear, panicking.
That's the craziest part, is that like they're openly saying their resources are strained, and it's like you should be yelling at JD Vance every day, dog. Like it's not your Haitian neighbor that is the problem here. It's your goddamn senator and your local officials that are not like adequately funding these already crippled resources.
And the Haitian community itself, it's confusion,
including around opportunities.
With those jobs being open, whose job is it to take? It's an open job.
The added tensions in recent days, though, has taken a toll.
I was feeling a little bit down. I feel better right now. My teachers, co-workers, friends, they reach out to me somehow.
A lot of people ask, by the way, how do you counter message against that? This is how you do it. Like anecdotes are very powerful. Anecdotes are very powerful. If you don't just like want to parse through the data and you consider that to be boring, then show an anecdote that is positive. Get a guy like positive as in like his situation is still horrific, but like get a guy who's a doctor in Haiti coming here and working or trying to work as a nurse. Like that's the way to do it. Show that these are real people. I can't believe I'm saying this. Like, just humanize immigrants, please, is a crazy position found myself advocating for. Like, it's wild.
We have seen that pop up in various aspects. For example, the state announced new resources for primary health care because those that may be arriving here might not have had the best health care to that point, but also adding state patrol resources to local law enforcement to assist in what they say has been an increase in dangerous driving. Specifically, they pinpointed to inexperienced Haitian drivers and all others who disregard the law. So there are pressure points within this community that have been tested. Again,
I hate cops, dude. Every situation, they got to get a bag. Every situation, they always got to get a bag. Every goddamn situation. Yeah. All this stuff is, the Haitians are fine, but also they're horrible drivers and we need more resources. Yeah, let's not fund the DMV, offer driving courses or anything. We need cops. That's what we need. We need more cops. No public transit, okay? Cops is what we need. I'm sorry, do the roads have potholes? Do the traffic lights not work? Cops will fix it. Give more money to the cops. Please, a little bit more funding, sir. We need a little bit more funding, please. Let's look at Springfield, Ohio police budget. I want to know. I want to see something. Clark County approves more than $200 million in the 2024 budget. Clark County has approved the $233.9 million budget for 2024, allocating large sums of money for the county sheriff's office, building upgrades, and community and economic development, which county commissioners approved Wednesday consists of $61 million for the general fund and $172 million for other funds. This is about $8.1 million increase from 2023's $225 million budget. The largest expense is about $27 million that will go to Clark County Sheriff's Office, up from $19 million last year. The Sheriff's Office regularly has the highest expense, with it running several agencies, including the Clark County Jail. Emergency Management Agency received about $1 million. Did I know that ahead of time? I speculated. I happen to be correct. Why? Because this is the reality in every town. This is the reality in every city. This is the reality in the United States of America. This is the exact same thing in every locality, township, municipality, state, large city, the largest chunk of the budget. And then beyond that, beyond the regular operational costs that are always increasing, police also are a strain on resources because they constantly beat the out of people and they constantly kill people, and then they have to pay civil litigation fees. That's the other side of the process. Kamala confirmed, chatter. You said this word for word last week about the logistics of mass deportations. Guys, I'm not a brilliant political tactician, okay? I'm a normal person who sees what the is going on and has like a conscience. What she's doing here, verbatim, what I've said she should be doing for a very long time now, is the bare minimum that I am shocked that they didn't get to. Okay. Vice President Kamala Harris on Wednesday criticized the Republican Donald Trump's promise to deport millions of people who are in the United States illegally, questioning whether he would rely on massive raids and detention camps to carry it out. The presidential nominee told the Congressional Hispanic Caucus Institute's annual leadership congress that the nation can find both a pathway to citizenship for those who want to come and at the same time secure the border. We can do both, and we must do both, she said. Trump, for his part, was heading to Uniondale in New York, Long Island, as both candidates took a break Wednesday from campaigning. Harris harked back at the Trump administration's immigration policies as she bid for Hispanic support. While we fight to move our nation forward to a brighter future, Donald Trump and his extremist allies will keep trying to pull us backwards, Harris said. We all remember what they did to tear families apart, and now they have pledged to carry out the largest deportation, a mass deportation in American history. Imagine what that would look like and what that would be. How's that going to happen? Massive raids? Okay, this is verbatim what I've said on stream like 1,000 times over. I get it. Okay, now I know why chatters were saying what they were saying earlier. Okay, massive raids, massive detention camps. What are they talking about, she said. This is what JD Vance is doing.
Hi, Senator. Mia McCarthy with Politico. Question for you about the Haitian migrants in Springfield. So I know you've talked a lot about how we need to deport illegal aliens, but I wanted to ask you, the majority of the Haitians in Springfield came under TPS, so they are here legally. And I know you've expressed a lot of your issues with the TPS program and wanting to change that under a Trump-Vance administration. But I guess my question for you is, if you become the vice president under a Trump administration, what will you guys do about the migrants that are already there, since they did arrive legally? And a follow-up to that, if you plan to deport them, how would you do that legally?
The media should have been asking these questions like for months at this point. And the Democratic Party is absolutely at fault for this. Yeah, 54% of Americans back mass deportation of immigrants. It was higher than that like 2 months ago, by the way. 54% of respondents, 86% of Republicans, 58% of independents, and 25% of Democrats said they strongly or somewhat support a wide-scale effort to deport millions of immigrants. And 59% said they are closely following the immigration situation at the U.S.-Mexico border. It used to be 60%. Now it's down to 54%. Now, I need you to understand something. People look at this poll and go, oh my God, America is so racist. And to a certain degree, yes, you're right. America is very racist. But what you also fail to consider, these guys have no understanding of what this would look like. And the reason for why they have no understanding of what this looked like and how cruel this would be and how insane it would be is because the Democrats haven't been calling to question how this would actually be conducted. Instead, the Democrats have personally launched their own right-wing white nativist anti-immigrant sentiment in the form of legislation. Democrats have adopted the right-wing framing on the matter, which was always insane. I fear that Kamala Harris is far too late to the game, switching her trajectory now, and I don't know if there's going to be enough time for her to adequately craft a narrative around it, especially when it'll be called into question. Her policy prescriptions will be called into question. A really phenomenal time to do this would have been during the debate. And I've been saying this quite a bit as well, especially recently with the Haitian immigrant stuff. One of the aspects of how frustrating the Trump administration was for average Americans was the reality that Trump greatly accelerated, galvanized, emboldened some of the biggest in our country. That is a massive motivator to get people to go out and vote against Donald Trump. It's not an issue that causes like significant material harm. To advocate against the Republican Party's like endless blood libel against migrants is already both the morally correct position and also beyond that, a smart position to take as well. But beyond that, just to simply remind people one of the most significant aspects of the Trump administration from the eyes of like the median voter that doesn't really like to pay attention to issues at all, emboldening the dumbest people in society into feeling like their opinion is worth a damn. Do you see what I'm saying? That was an incredibly stupid time. People were just like straight up dying from COVID and still denying its existence on their deathbeds. People were getting from their children and being placed in concentration camps at the border. The defenders of this unimaginably cruel policy were outwardly just being like, nah, they deserve it, brother. Shut the fuck up. You're a pussy. Remember how that felt. If you can't think about the abject cruelty as a standalone problem, then think about how that made you feel. Think about how angry and resentful that made you feel. Is absolutely a phenomenal anti-Trump message that she can run on. To be like, see, remember this Haitian migrant? It is basically a callback to all of the times that the Republicans lied about a multitude of different issues and had their followers chirp and repeat those ridiculous lies.
Well, look, this is a media and Kamala Harris fact check that I want to clarify and clear up right now. And here's now, the media loves to say that the Haitian migrants, hundreds of thousands of them, by the way, 20,000 in Springfield, but hundreds of thousands of them all across our country, they are here legally. And what they mean is that Kamala Harris used two separate programs. You
just don't want them to be here legally. Like, whether you recognize that they're here legally or not doesn't change the reality that they are here legally. You just want to make them illegal. You want to believe that they're illegal. That, by the way, that right there is actually the truth, which is the difference between an undocumented migrant and a documented migrant is paperwork. This is the other side of that reality. And it gets scary when you think about it from the framework of the Republicans, where they're like, well, they're here legally, but it doesn't matter. I still think they're illegal and I will take away their paperwork, versus what I say, which is they're here legally and the people here who are illegal could be made to be legal migrants.
Parole and temporary protective status. She used two programs to wave a wand and to say, we're not going to deport those people here. Well, if Kamala Harris waves the wand illegally and says these people are now here legally, I'm still going to call them an illegal alien. An illegal action from Kamala.
I just want to point to something here. Two different things that I want to mention. Trump blocks Venezuelans' deportation and last political gift. 2, Trump grants Venezuelans temporary legal status on his way out. Just understand that, like, a lot of the Venezuelans that came here directly as a consequence of Donald Trump's crippling sanctions on Venezuela. And not only that, but also he granted them TPS. I think part of the reason why they're hitting the Haitian stuff instead of the Venezuelan stuff any longer is because obviously Trump granted Venezuelans TPS, okay? Temporary protected status. The legal framework for them to exist inside of the U.S. boundaries without any additional scrutiny. But he did also end TPS for Haitians. So now he can say, we didn't do the Haitian thing. Kamala Harris did. Having said that, however, there were already thousands of Haitians with TPS, protected status, living inside of the U.S. borders, and they continued to receive an extension on their temporary protected status under the Trump administration as well. Haiti was initially designated on the basis of extraordinary and temporary conditions in Haiti that prevented nationals of Haiti from returning in safely. Following the initial designation, TPS for Haiti was extended and redesignated once from July 23, 2011 through January 22, 2013, based on the extraordinary and temporary conditions. Thereafter, TPS for Haiti was extended 4 times, extraordinary and temporary conditions, 2013 to 2014, 2014 to 2016, 2016 to 2017, from 2017 to 2018. Subsequently, the Secretary announced the termination of the TPS designation of Haiti effective 2019. So Trump both extended the TPS status to Haitian migrants. This has been an ongoing temporary immigration status that has been afforded to victims of major conflicts for a very long time. And Trump did this as well. Trump also happened to take away the TPS status of Haitians. But once again, he definitely did not do so for Venezuelans. So when these talk about the magic wand, what they fail to mention or what they fail to acknowledge is that they've also waved that magic wand. Anyway, here, the Democrats are changing their messaging a little bit, finally going back to the old school Democratic Party, which was still not good enough, but at least it wasn't like overtly racist and also completely captured by right-wing interests.
Yes. Let me be clear. We believe in an immigration system that reflects our values. We don't demonize immigrants. We don't single them out for attacks. We don't believe they're poisoning the blood of the country. We're a nation of immigrants, and that's why we're so damn strong.
It shouldn't have taken them to get to this point only after, like, Republicans try to do pogroms in Springfield, Ohio by doing blood libel on Haitian immigrants. It's ridiculous. Like, Republicans are going full Nazi on the timeline, and the dumb Democrats only now are like, yeah, you know what? Maybe we should say something about this. One of the funniest things is, yeah, we got going, your best fit is ambivalent right, along with 12% of the public. Shocked to find out that a Kamala Harris supporter is ambivalent right. These poll results about respondents saying that they would love for mass deportations to happen in this country, it's a correct snapshot that reflects how far right we've moved on this issue. But these polls can change, and they do change, and the only way they change is either A, if the Democrats launch successful counter messaging against this, as I've been begging for them to do so for months, for years, and especially so in the last couple of months. And then beyond the successful counter messaging, the alternative is once these policies are implemented, only then do Americans recognize the cruelty of such policies and the devastating impact that such policies might have in the economy in general. That's the problem. A lot of these dumb, including liberals, including centrists, including independents, don't actually think about the outcome. They just hear something over and over again. They think to themselves, oh my God, immigrants are doing insane crimes, I believe. And it's not like the Democrats are saying the opposite, so I'm willing to believe that myself, that immigrants are doing massive crimes. And then they see the polls, especially after they see the polls of like 62% of the public saying like they want mass deportations. There is no counter messaging for it whatsoever. They go along with it out of the fear that they have, the fear that like, oh, people really want this. So then it actually ends up happening, and only then people go, oh, maybe it wasn't such a good idea. This happened under Trump as well. This literally happened in between the time frame of 2016 and 2020. People genuinely despised Donald Trump's immigration policies. Why did they despise it? Because they were separating children from their family members at the border using those children as a honeypot to catch additional migrants. They were doing dragnets. They were doing mass deportations. And the Democrats, because they were in no position of power, were behaving like the little radicals they are when they're far removed from power. All of the independent thinkers that love watching American TV and love paying close attention to politics in general are just bots that repeat whatever television man tells them. They do not think on their own about the impact of such policies. They do not think on their own the veracity of the claims being made on television about criminal migrants, especially when there is no one on the other side of the duopoly saying, where are you getting this criminal migrant from, dumbass? You just made it the up. You made it up because they did. They hyper focus on anecdotes, and those are very emotional. Those are very emotionally charged anecdotes, and the Democrats are too scared to oppose it. They can't just be like, dude, what are you talking about? 20,000 homicides occurred on U.S. soil. You're talking about 24 homicides? Are you insane? We actually want to curb back homicides. You very clearly don't give a shit about it. It seems to me the only thing you don't like about the homicides is that it's not a natural-born U.S. citizen doing it, okay? That's the only time it seems to be in the wrong. Republicans only care about murder or when it's a non-American doing it. And when that's not enough, when they still want to push the needle further, they just start making extra shit up. Like, oh, they're eating your cats and dogs. They're eating your pets. It's crazy. These are the very same people, if polled, would also, without even a shred of recognition for the irony, would say they are for mass amnesty. I'm letting you know right now, I know for a fact that if you were to ask every single one of these people, do you think there should be a pathway to citizenship for people who have, been inside of the U.S. borders for however many years, as long as they have no criminal background, they would say absolutely. And they do. They polled this. And you see it in the anecdotes as well. There will be Trump supporters who are like, yeah, my mom is undocumented. Build the wall. But also my mom should be allowed inside the wall and become a citizen. It's like, okay, that's weird. Why did you just, what? Like, those two things are at odds with one another, but okay. Something to consider.